7:25 a.m. Thursday, March 27. And what do we have here? We have day 6 in a row. New England snow and blue sky here at Mount Mansfield, Vermont, where the plows are out again this morning. We've had about 14 inches of snow here in the last 60 hours. Just amazing up high. You go down to the village, I did yesterday, and there was no snow on the ground. So it's really elevation dependent. Of course, I like to do the weather for all of New England, but wherever I'm parked is usually where I focus. This morning it's 24 degrees down here at the base, and it's 16 up on the summit, and you can tell it's more windy today. And we had a refreeze. Those icicles, they form. The temperature yesterday did get in the 30s. It's going to do that again today. Another nice day of powder skiing. It gets a little sticky when the sun comes out. Our ice skating rink was still open. It's cold up in the sky. Mount Washington this morning is 6 degrees. I think it's more windy here than it is on top of Mount Washington. So the northwest wind is here. It's an old, cold, high-pressure system that's over the southeastern United States. And when the high goes to your south, you usually warm up. But we're in a pretty cold air mass. I've been showing the northern New England maps a lot, so why don't I show the Boston 10-day forecast? We got up to 52 yesterday. This morning it's 34, and we're going to go up to about 50 each of the next couple days. And then when this front that we've been talking about, this massive summer versus winter front gets here on Saturday, now we're pegged at around 40 degrees, and that's the same for Sunday with rain coming into southern New England, but there's going to be snow in northern New England. And then you see Monday, the temperature bounces back to near 60, and then up and down next week. This is the Euro, and I've been talking about the battle between the Euro and the GFS. The GFS is a lot colder, but due to its inconsistency and the Euro's consistency, at least in the end of the month, April 1st, we're going to use the Euro again today. Next week, it's got some major flops or flips compared to where it was. So the snow stake up there, Mount Mansfield snow stake is back up to 90 inches. And you look at the graphic, and there is a climatological peak, a second peak there in the third week of March. And 2025 matched that climatology with a second peak coming here. We may get the snow stake back to 100 inches before the end of the month. So come right back after some powder turns, and we'll do the rest of the story. Percy Cat. Slippery surface possible. Look out for falling ice and snow. There is a little bit of ice falling. It's 11:11, and it turned into a Bluebird morning after that early snow. And incredible cloud structures this morning when we got up to the top there just a few minutes past 8 o'clock. Wow. Well, actually, that was the bottom right there. Incredible cloud waves, sheer in the atmosphere, wind blowing a lot harder today than it has the last couple days, but it's a Thursday, and there's no storm. That's different, huh? Thursdays have been the day of the storms and the hard forecasts. Before the day is done, there's going to be more energy coming at us, though. Look at this. So despite the strong March sun, well, obviously it's not hitting here. We don't have any dripping going on right now, but the sun's still getting higher in the sky, and we will get a little bit of dripping, but it's a relatively cold high-pressure system moving off to the south. And there's another front coming at us from the northwest, and that's going to generate more snow showers tonight. Here's the satellite view this afternoon, and there's a thick cloud right over the northeast kingdom. Just to our east, it's cloudy, but most of New England's having a nice bright day with fairly seasonable temperatures, pretty close to 50 south and mid-30s up here. And this is what it looked like on the trail this morning. Oh, Tim, that's not the trail. That's the glades. Yeah, the glades are back. With 14 inches of snow in the last 48 hours, we are glade skiing again, and it's going to keep on coming, too. It's going to snow again tonight, and that'll be going into tomorrow morning. That'll be day 7 in a row, and then on Saturday, 8, and Sunday, still in spots cold enough for snow, 9 in a row. Might not snow on Monday, and it's a complicated, the March 31st forecast has been on our radar as one of the most complex forecasts we've had in some time, and it's still not certain what's going to happen. That's the only thing certain about weather, right? You're uncertain about how it's going to be. All right, let's go to the short range, though, and talk about this front that we've been anticipating with some Arctic air behind it. Actually, right before we go to the short range, I'm going to show you how cold that air is in northwestern Canada at sunrise this morning. It's 24, 27 degrees below zero to the west of Hudson Bay, and that high pressure system is going to be north of New England this weekend, delivering a real dynamic situation. But before it gets here, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have another sort of trough or weakening cold front come through tonight. Here is the time in the upper left. 0Z is 8 p.m. and there's some stuff starting to show up. Green is rain, blue is snow, and it's really about 3-4Z. That's 11 p.m., 12 a.m. More snow showers or a snow squall, nocturnal at night, going across Vermont into New Hampshire and holding together all the way to the Maine coast about 9Z before that pulls out. That's 5 a.m. And then tomorrow, we're going to have cold air advection, but not that cold, not that windy. So if you get plans to go skiing, especially the farther north you go, it's going to be wintry skiing, where central areas will be less wintry skiing. And all right, so the snow ends tomorrow morning, and we have a relatively nice day, kind of breezy. Temperatures will be in the 30s north, 40s to low 50s south. A nice day. I think the sun comes back. Good ski day. Not too windy. It is fairly breezy. And obviously, the farther north you go, the more powder you get. And then things really get complicated here tomorrow night, Friday night into Saturday morning. Blue is snow. Purple is sleet. Red is freezing rain. Green is rain. And look at that heavy push coming through Saturday morning. Wow, another powder day in far north. But note, from about Sugarloaf north, not a lot's going on. So this is mostly right here from Mount Mansfield to Mount Washington. I think Sunday River's in on the action. And that front stalls. And in Connecticut on Saturday afternoon, we're in the 70s. While in northern New England, we're in the 30s. And it looks like in Boston, we are going to have an east wind. And this takes us out now to 8 p.m. on Saturday. And look, there's a little red freezing rain showing up in Massachusetts between bursts of energy Saturday afternoon and evening. It may let up a little bit. And that's quite a bit of rain in southern New England, maybe an inch of rain near Boston. And what about snow and sleet? It's going to be a wintry mix in northern New England. Let's run the snow program here and see what it shows. And wherever you see the purple, just some light blues tonight, and then it's quiet tomorrow. And then when you see the purple start showing up here on Saturday, the light purple is a 6-inch. The darker purple is 12-inch. And where it goes beyond darker purple up around Jay Peak, that's now 12 to 24 inches of snow. And it's going to be really close. It's marginally cold enough, and it's warmer up in the sky than down near the ground. And that's why we're going to have some freezing rain, too. I haven't looked at it, but let's run the ice accumulation. My guess is that it's not going to be any kind of crippling ice, but it's late March, and we're going to have the under the warm. It's cold, and it's called overrunning, and there is some ice there. Looks like less than 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulation is what I'm guessing on that. So that's just getting us into the weekend. That takes us to Saturday night. Then what happens after that? We're going to have a clash of the Titan air masses with midwinter cold in southeastern Canada and summertime warm and record hot trying to come at the northeast, and they're both coming at us at the same time. It's a battle royale in the atmosphere, and the GFS and the Euro are now pretty close, although the GFS is still colder. But we're going to use the Euro because it was first with saying this was going to end up being a warmer storm by the end. And so here's the Euro this morning with that high pressure to our south. And technically, we're in weak warm air advection, and it's kind of a weakening front coming through us tonight. The low pressure associated with that front is way up in northern Canada. And you can see the system coming at us from the southwest. That's a warm front. And then they got the high pressure building in southeastern Canada. And there's the clash tomorrow night and Saturday. And there's multiple waves. Looks like the first wave is going to come through Saturday, mostly on the cold side. Again, Connecticut 70s, the rest of New England 30s or even 20s. Snow lets up. And then on Sunday, here comes another batch. Now we've got a powerhouse low with probably some severe weather to its south, driving up to the west of New England. But note, there's still some red on Sunday afternoon, freezing rain left in Maine, but we are all going to see any precipitation, wintry mix change to rain before ending. Well, actually, it doesn't end. There's a lull Sunday night, and then look at this batch of rain with the front coming through here on Monday, March 31st. Downpours and thunderstorms are possible, and that's all the way to the Canadian border. And then the cold front is Monday night, and April Fool's Day on Tuesday, cold air advection, another strong high coming at us with the temperature going down below freezing for most of New England, so it's going to be a refreeze, and that's going to be spring skiing there by Wednesday when another front's coming at us, a warm front with more overrunning, and oh my goodness, this is different than yesterday, isn't it? Yesterday it was a wintry mix coming at us next Wednesday and Thursday, and now low tries to track to our west and north, meaning that it's going to be a warmer situation again with more rain than anything coming at us next Wednesday and Thursday. Of course, it's always a Thursday, except for this one. And then would be on the colder side next Friday, and that takes us out to 240 hours where there's the 540 line is near New England, so it's kind of cold and seasonable with nice spring skiing and sunshine. You get in the 20s at night and then 30s and 40s by day, and there's another weather system off to our west that's probably going to drive warmer weather our way again. But there's still plenty of cold in Canada, and the models are really waffling, so we can't even really tell you what's going to happen on days 3 and 4, and you certainly cannot trust what's happening out there days 7, 8, 9, and 10. That Euro really waffled on that next Wednesday, Thursday situation. All right, look at that Bluebird. Wow. And I'm wearing my wireless lav so I can zoom and my audio doesn't change. So that is the chin of Mount Mansfield, and there are lines in there that you can ski. That's the hourglass right there, and the locals know their way around here so well. And it's powder skiing up above 3,000 feet again today. Now we're moving our way over towards the nose, and that snow stake we talked about so much. And you can get yourself into trouble in there. I have done that before. And then there's nosedive, and my favorite run down to the nosedive glades. We did that this morning. I don't know if I had a video on that, so I'll use some video from today. I laid in right here. It was great powder skiing. And thank you very much, Carl and Donna, for hosting last night. That was really fun. And sorry we didn't see each other this morning, but you know what they say about powder days. We all love it, and we all have the same spirit, even though we might not be next to each other on the slope or the chair. But we were there together in spirit this morning, as always. And again, tomorrow morning, about 2 or 3 inches more snow tomorrow morning. And then I think I have to drive south. But most of the end more now is going to be from yesterday. We did some traveling, went and picked up the Audi. Thank you very much, Chris White, for a new new performance in my old Audi. How's that? A nice tune-up, and much appreciated. And the ride there was just fabulous, sightseeing and visuals of the mountain and the snow showers and the squalls going by. And oh yeah, Carl did share this picture from late in the day yesterday, looking over towards Spruce when it was snowing really hard at Spruce. That's on the other side, and it was sunny here at Mansfield. Just fascinating. So, all right. Thanks a lot for watching. All the comments. People asking how windy tomorrow. Not that windy. Should I go to Smugglers or Jay? Jay, probably. Smugglers, not bad. Farther north you go, the more likely it's going to be snow. All right. Comments. Thanks all for the comments and everything. And here's the end more from yesterday. Going on a little hike right now. Not a long hike. What do we got? We're back in business. You can still hear a little of the old snow, but I'll be skipping that rock. All right, put away your camera and make some turns, will you? 12:45, March 26th. Temperature's on there somewhere. Seems like it's getting very warm down in the valley. Interesting. That's how instability works, right? Yeah, that's right. Oh man, look at that right there. So fascinating. And then just below the Matterhorn, bare ground. Snowing harder off in the valley than it is in the mountain. Oh well. How fun is it? You go to Stowe, Vermont, and you go down Cape Cod Road. Convection, heating of the day. Why are we not skiing? Well, we've got to rescue the Audi. Vermont strong. What river was that? Beautiful views. The mountain is striking.
Probably this way.
Yeah, probably this way down. Is it Morrisville or Morristown? I don't get it. Cornfields, instability snow on the north side of the cornfield.
You can see some snow in the trees over there too.
Neat.
Some real elevation.
Can't focus. Wow, look at that car. It's about the same age as the car we're picking up.
Oh, there it is.
There's the Audi. When the Audi breaks down in northern Vermont, take it to D&C Motors, LLC. And right next to the Audi, how about the Westphalia? Is that how you say it? Look at those tires, huh? Oh yeah, this van's for sale. Let's take this, trade for the Audi. Fun weather day. That's gotta get a free oil change. I'm about to get a free calendar. Cool. In the door. Wow, the weather changes here every 2 seconds. It was snowing, now you got this, what's this called, mud season?
Yeah, mud season part 1.
Hey Chris, thanks for taking care of the Audi, man.
No problem, man. It's a good old girl.
And you say one spark plug is stuck in there?
One spark plug's married to that car for a while. It's probably been in there since it was built.
Well, I appreciate it, and now it's 1 o'clock, and it's beautiful down here, and if all goes well, and I think it will, I'll be back on the slopes at 3.
And I'll still be here.
Oh, well,
With, you know.
Hello to Jennifer.
Hi,
Great to
Jen.
meet you guys. Hello from me. Hello from you. All right. If you don't see him, he's still here at D&C.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Eden, Vermont.
You're welcome, buddy.
And there's things for sale, like a Westphalia.
Yeah, buy that.
The surf van. Yeah, I'm torn between something like that and something like that. But you got selection of things to buy here, too. Who's Jeep? That's cool.
Yeah, that could be yours, too.
Is that for sale? Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
The Willys is nicer.
Wow. You come to the back lot, it gets even better.
Wow, this is the one right here.
Gorgeous.
55, 56?
My goodness, how come it's like new?
The guy that owns the building bought it at auction, ridiculously cheap. And it's been fully restored. I think he wants like 30 grand for it.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Collector's items everywhere here.
It's gorgeous. You look good in that riding around Stowe.
Yeah. Oh, there's a fixer-upper over there.
Oh yeah, you should be a camper.
2 o'clock, Mount Mansfield's right over there in that wall of white. So it looks like solid snow, wall of snow, Mount Mansfield. And the Audi is running great, thanks Chris. Corn ready to be planted. But we're done with corn snow for a while. We're still dealing with powder snow. Okay, picking up where we left off yesterday. Difference is yesterday it snowed like this all day long. And now the only way we could match that would be if it snowed like this all night long. Which you can see down here just below the base. The ground did turn brown again. All right, look at those fatties. Wow. It didn't even snow this hard yesterday. Beautiful. All right, another hour and a half of skiing. I think the lifts are over there somewhere. Half hour ago it was nuking, now the sun almost tried to come out. It's changing every minute. Certainly looks like winter though, doesn't it? This report brought to you by K2, land of the shrooms. We get a dog up here. An extraordinary view of the backside of that really heavy snowburst that just went by. Over on Spruce. Oh, who's that put their skis right in the middle of the path? Hello. Hi. Hi. No idea how did he take the gondola or what? Wednesdays have been the best all winter for the least amount of wind. There's the bench. Danny, I think I gave you some bad intel. And I said, no, you're not gonna miss anything. Who knew we were gonna get a foot of snow in the last 2 days? All right, we got a weird Lundstead here. Wednesdays are good if you can get them. Hike north off the gondola. All right, Mount Mansfield, the west side of Smuggler's Notch. Tiny bit sticky, the sun came out, but we have a remedy for that. More snow overnight.
Skiing good. Flat, awesome snow, hell yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, a couple stream crossings happened. Got a little sticky. Get to the gondola for one more.
This way.
Yeah. I'm going to have to flash you with those sunglasses that make you forget where you've been. You're not allowed in here. So that was 59 24 hours ago. 66 now.
What's 66?
That one right there.
50.
Sun and snow. No snow on the cars or the driveway at the end of today. But maybe in the morning. Great day. Time lapse, Weymouth and Cape Cod.